And look at that. Look at the air. Oh. And what's crazy, and I've been coming here for years, it didn't really ever occur to me. Right there. See if I'm pointing at it. That's where my first big office was for the studio, in the Casting 2000 building. That's where it all started. I was working for Premier West Entertainment. Yeah, the white building with like a little black, I don't know where the thing is, like it's like right there. That is a really famous building here at Universal. And I worked for Premier West Entertainment. And yeah, I was just starting out with this. God, it seems like a lifetime ago. Very strange. Oh my God, it's just crazy. I mean, look at the air. It's just all, you can't even see the sun. It's just unbelievable. Oh. All right, this is going to be our video for today. I'll probably put a couple things together. It's good to be home. It is January 21st, 2025, and I was traveling for the last 2 months a lot, and what a day of travel. Took the worst Uber ride in my life, and I got motion sickness, and then I got on a plane that was leaving from Burbank, and the Santa Ana winds were coming in, and the turbulence. I thought I was gonna die. I mean, the turbulence was so bad. So, and then the last plane had some sort of an issue, so we were grounded while we were all on the plane. They had maintenance and de-iced it, and I don't know what they were doing. Not de-ice. I don't know. Somebody said it was de-icing, but it was California. It wasn't that cold. All right. Today's day one for real. I got 99 days before I go on any more trips for work. I was 232.4. It's the heaviest I've been in years. Food hasn't been great. I haven't been great. But we're bouncing back, baby. Gotta start clearing out these sinuses. Some of that came out my ear. Oh man, that's good. Very healthy, very good for singing. And with all the travel and being in California with the fires and the air quality and hotels and everything's so dry, just a mess. My sinuses have been terrible. My food's been terrible. I've gained weight. So I did a little what is it, Flonase this morning. I fasted 16 hours. I ate a good breakfast. I had like some eggs and bacon. And I'm going to move some of my equipment for the gym into the studio. I moved also the Peloton into the studio. I'm going to move in my the deck thing, the little stepper that you can use as a bench. I'm going to move in a few sets of dumbbells and my jump rope and my stability ball. That's it. So my next trip is April 30th? No. Something like that. May 30th. No, I don't know. It's 99 days. I'm going to Canada for for a lecture, seminar, workshop. I'm getting it together. Watch, it's happening. Let's see, do I do that? All right. So this is really like day one. Now the travel is over. You know, I told you guys the truth. I mean, I struggled a little bit. I wouldn't say I struggled. I failed. But it got me to here. So, yeah. So, I've got this audition in 2 weeks with this like Nashville kind of tribute cover band, rock band. Really, really good. Really cool. I'm excited. So, my first thing with this FM9 was to just get a preset for the band, and I've been listening to like the audition songs, and it's like, oh, come on, you know, Carry On Our Wayward Son, and you know, Barracuda and Renegade, and kind of like that kind of stuff. Like, you know, here, I'll pop up the Crazy on You, Take It Easy, Separate Ways. Yeah, Renegade, Carry On Our Wayward Son. So, like I set up, I thought, oh, let me get a little flanger going on this. So, you know, I set up a flanger, and then I went to Barracuda, and I was like, ooh, okay, yeah, I had too much. My flanger was too like, da-da-da-da-da-da, hey, let's have lots of flanger. I didn't like it anyway. It was too like all that. And I just found the analog and turned it down. And so anyway, I made a pedal layout on the FM9. Come on, Bo. This thing came with the EV2, which is the small expression pedal. I don't care for this thing. I ordered an EV1, and I'm going to sell this. It's fine, and I get it if you're like a dude that wants like a small pedal board, but I don't care. This thing came with a pedal board with the EV2 attached. I just didn't like it. I just want I like the FM9 on the floor, and I just want an EV1. You know, it's got rubbery, you know, sticky little, you know, feet on it, and just sit there, and that's it. Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I'll figure it out. I can add a wah on like a certain scene in the preset if I want wah, but I don't. I'm not. No, there's no wah on anything right now. So if it goes down, I can add a wah in 2 minutes. So anyway, here I'll play you a little bit. So this is the layout. Let's see how we figure this out. Yeah, so these are the 9 switches. Okay. So we've got the far and left is crunch, which is first scene. So that's this guy right here, crunch. And then next to it's clean, which is, you'll see this, the scene moves. Second scene is now clean, which would be like. And then crunch. And they're set to toggle kind of between them. Nice. Now, none of the. I've got a little bit of work to do on like one other thing, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. But that's the layout. That's the clean and the crunch and the clean. And then next to it is the inner color-coded overdrive. About the heaviest this whole rig will go, which I think that's probably, that may even be too much gain. I'll have to see. I'm going to bring my laptop to this audition. If it's going well and I'm realizing like, ooh, it's too crunchy or it's too bright or whatever, I can like on the fly. Better with the editor than I am with like the unit itself. But I mean, the overdrive pedal, just an 808, and then next to it's a quarter note echo right here. And I've also got an eighth delay on there. I've got other things on the pedal thing in here, and I can, each pedal can be two. It can be, the tap, what it does when you tap it, or when you hold it. That's back, and I've got basically London plate reverb on the whole time. Because these things are really dry, and with in-ears, it's a little bit of reverb will make it feel more like an amp, because if the amp is 8 feet behind you, there's reverb right there. By the time it gets to you in the room and the hoo-ha. Now, I've got solo. This is just a GEQ with a 3 dB boost, which may be a little bit too much. Just a boost for solo. So let's say I'm like. Solo off, solo. Little chorus on the top here. Don't bore us, get to the chorus. Which I haven't set that. Put a little delay on. Maybe they'll want to do Hemispheres from Rush. No, I doubt that. And then the next one here says flan rot. This is a flanger and rotary. So if I tap it, it's flanger. And then if I hold it, it's rotary. And now at the end, I've got drop. This is a pitch block down a half step, which I think is going to be cool. If it's not really totally cool, I can get a drop pedal. So here's the noise. And then the drop. It's a little weird being in here because I can hear the guitar in tune. That's why I play tentative at first. So here's back to no drop, just stand. And then drop. It'll probably be fine, and I've got it set to like ignore scenes. So if I go to the next scene, it stays dropped. And then if I go back out, and then here's my tap tempo, which right now you can see it's 101. So if I go tick, tick, see it's slowing down, and I've got it set to just 2 taps sets it. So there's now 80. So if I do my quarter note, right, and I shut it off, but I've got spillover on. And then if I hold it, I'm tuning, and I've got it bypassed coming out, whatever they call it, like gate, bypass it at the input. So I just put new strings on this right before I left to LA. Still kind of stretching them out, but they do sound really nice. This is like, I've got kind of like a little bit of a duplicate of this guitar. So this is just an old Epiphone. I was doing the disco band, and I was like, I want something really funky, and I saw it on eBay, and I'm like, I want that. And green sparkle. I was doing that's the way, I was doing a lot of dancing too. So this has a Seymour Duncan custom hybrid. It's a hybrid pickup. It's a custom and a 59, kind of in the bridge, which taps, single coil, double coil. Then I've got a 59 in the neck that taps. So this is like, I can get like kind of a Les Paul thing, Tele Strat thing. So like I can do, I can go from basically Sweet Child of Mine to like Purple Rain and everything in between, Metallica, or I could play country with it. I can kind of do whatever I want. So, here's the bridge pickup and tap it, or here's the bridge pickup humbucker and then tapped. So you'll see, go clean, and let's say you tap that, keep the neck in hum. I usually do that a lot for the cleans. I'll tap the bridge, and they used to have the vintage machine heads, like the top hat style, but in the heat of the battle, they're harder to grab and move up and to tap and everything. I just put I like the old speed knobs. This is a black one because one of them cracked, and I just had one that fit, so kind of weird. But this guitar is really good. It stays in beautiful tune, sounds great, plays great. It's it's not super heavy. It's not, it's really moderate. Then I have this ghetto cheapy Yamaha something 240. It's just like a little $400 guitar that some of those guitars just play perfect. It just plays so perfect. And it's kind of got maybe crappier wood, but it really sounds nice for like funky stuff because it's not as resonant. It's more just like immediate. Plays great. Super light. Like on nights when like my shoulder's aching or whatever. And that's got a custom in the bridge that's tappable and a 59 in the neck that's tappable. And I went with the custom over that one instead of the custom 59 because that's like a little bit lighter weight guitar. I figured give it a little bit more beef. And that one's in the house. That's what I play at home. I practice with it because like laying on the couch. I don't know. It's just really, it's like one of the greatest playing guitars I've ever owned. And literally I bought it, put strings on it. I don't even know if I set the action. I probably intonated it. I bought it maybe 3 or 4 years ago. But that's like my gigging. These are my two gigging. This is my primary gigging. But it depends. Like if I'm gigging a lot, I'll be more on that black one than I'll be back and forth more because the black one's lighter. Yeah. There it is. So, well, wow, man, John Sykes died. Dang, man, we were almost family at one point. His son and my daughter dated all through high school for years. And it kind of went south, I guess, in the end. But, yeah, he got tickets. We went to go see them. We were backstage. He was with Thin Lizzy. They opened up for Deep Purple at the Hollywood Bowl. I was standing right next to him, like right there. And all of a sudden I look over like, whoa, Dio was standing there. I'm like, hey, you're like the first person. And I told him, you're like the first person I met when I came here. I was living in my car and I ended up going to a KNAC party at the Palace and I finagled my way upstairs and his wife was so nice and she had to sit and have dinner with everybody. All the bands were there. I think Dokken was there and Black and Blue and Craig Goldie and and like Dio's band and everything. This was like 86 maybe. And there were no extra chairs, so they grabbed a chair and like squeezed me in between him and Wendy, and it was very nice, and it was like a good memory. It was a huge memory because he's like forever kind of an idol of mine. Or yeah, I idolize him. He's an idolized me. But we talked about him, us doing a vocal symposium together in Hollywood, like a rock thing, and he was totally into it. And we communicated. He gave me his email. Jeez, he died. So anyway, that's it. So good things are happening. Discipline is happening. I've been reading the Bible too. I've been feeling better. Yeah, this world's a little crazy, man. So, and at best I feel like an outcaster. An outcast. So, when it really gets super weird, I'm like, oh man. Anyway, there it is. Enjoy.